All right. Good morning, everyone. So I'm going to start out this talk with perhaps a little experience that you've all sort of had. So this like a new iPhone that comes out, and it's shiny and amazing and looks awesome, or maybe it's an Android device or something like that. And you start noticing that your current iPhone is crashing a lot more than what it normally does. It just seems to be really, really unstable. It's just getting slower. It's more and more difficult to use. And the prospect of upgrading is looking, to the latest device is looking quite tempting. So why are we doing this? Well, obviously it's because Apple has induced planned obsolescence in our phones, right? They're running slower now because they put out a new piece of hardware, a new shiny piece of hardware, and they're trying to get us all to upgrade at once. So it turns out that this is actually a thing called a cognitive bias known as the clustering illusion. So your brain is constantly analyzing new information, and it's actually finding patterns in randomness as part of the reason that you're alive today.
You would say I'm from the ops side, can say I'm from the dev side. I've actually been on the ops side on networking and communications in the Army about 7 years, and then on the dev side, and then the last couple of years on the consultant side. And my talk today would be about Kanban as a way to go towards DevOps. Okay, DevOps is a very cool thing, as you've seen, but it's a hard thing to get to, especially if you're a big company.
This talk is fundamentally about mistakes. So, no is what it says. Mistakes. So, this is about mistakes that I have made in the last, well, I guess I've been doing DevOps for, well, as long as it's existed as a named concept, and a little bit longer beyond that. I've been a consultant for much of that time, and in that time I've made a whole bunch of mistakes. And the thinking behind this talk was, rather than just going along to a conference where some really smart person stands up and says, hey, I did all these great things, you should do them too, and you take notes eagerly and you go away and try and implement the same cool thing that they did, instead I'd stand up and say, hey, here's a bunch of really dumb things that I did, you shouldn't do that. So that's the plan.